Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class we do practice on loops and conditional statements. So here we will concentrate on how to do coding for a given problem and how to identify the logic, the way we have to think, that we will concentrate here in this class. The basics required to solve these examples were clearly discussed in our previous classes, and we already done some practice examples in our previous classes. So please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete Python language. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's example, this is our example, this is our first example. So what we have to do here is we have to construct a pyramid like this. So the input for this program is we have to take the input from the user. He will give the input as number of lines. If he has given number of lines as 5, we have to construct a pyramid of 5 lines like this. If he has given the input of 6, we have to construct a pyramid of 6 lines. If the input is 7 lines, like that we have to construct. So how to identify the logic and how to put this problem into the coding, that we will understand by analyzing this diagram. So what's we observed from looking at this diagram? See here, in the first line we have displayed 1 star and we have given some spaces and we displayed 1 star. In the second line we have given some spaces and we displayed 3 stars. In the third line some spaces and 5 stars. Fourth line some space and 7 stars. Next 9 stars, no space is there. So that is what we observed by looking at this pyramid shape. So what's the idea behind this? So we have to display some spaces and star. So we need a loop to do this. We are using a print statement. We have to print some spaces, then a star. We need a loop. This loop has to be repeated for 5 times with different values, number of spaces and number of stars with different values. That's why we need nested loops. The same thing has to be repeated for multiple times. This loop has to be repeated for 5 times. That's why we need what we need, nested loops. That is what we discussed how in our previous classes, how nested loops execute. And one more thing we have to identify here is each time when we enter into the loop, we are having some spaces then star. We are having some spaces then star. We are having some spaces then star. So how to identify this? So in the middle, from the middle, how many stars we are having? 5 stars. So here we have to give 4 spaces, 1 star, 3 spaces, 3 stars. So we need 2 variables here. Why we need 2 variables? One variable has to point to number of empty spaces and one variable has to point to number of stars. Each time the empty spaces are reducing and each time the number of stars are increasing. So that's why we need 2 variables. Initially we are having n minus 1. If the number of lines is n minus 1 empty spaces and 1 star. That's the logic hidden in this. That is what we have to put into the coding. Now let's check into the code. We have to take n is equal to input of enter number of lines. So user input has to be taken, n value, and here I, we are using I for number of empty spaces. How many empty spaces initially we need? N minus 1. If the lines are 6, 5 empty spaces. If the lines are 7, 6 empty spaces. N minus 1 empty spaces. J is using for number of stars. So first how many stars we will display? 1 star. That's why J is equal to 1. So now coming to loop, we have to take the nested loops for x in range of n, for y in range of I plus j. N means this loop will execute for n times, 5 times. How many lines? 5. If it is n is equal to 5 times. N is equal to 6 times. In this we have to display number of empty spaces. Each time we have to display number of empty spaces and stars. So number of empty spaces I, number of stars j. That's why this loop has to be executed for I plus j times. I plus j times. So that's the logic here. I plus j times. If y means this y value is less than I, we have to display empty space. How to display empty space? In our last class we discussed end is equal to empty space. So the printf statement will just take an empty space, it won't go to the new line. To stop it going to the new line, we have to use end is equal to this. So next, if y greater than or equal to I, print star. We have to display star. So end is equal to, we have to leave it like that. No, don't go to new line. So after completing this loop, we have to go to new line. After completing this loop means one iteration of this for loop has been finished. So one line displayed. We have to go to new loop, new line, then again display I empty spaces. So we have to reduce the empty spaces. Each time how many empty spaces has been reducing? 1. Each time how many stars are increasing? 1, 3, 5, plus 2, 7, 9. So j plus or equal to 2, I minus or equal to 1. That's why again the loop executes, display the stars. This is the logic behind constructing this pyramid. The second problem is exactly the same but opposite of the pyramid. We have to construct the reverse pyramid. So what we have to do here, initially no space, 1 space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 4 spaces. Exactly the opposite we have to do. And initially how many stars we required? This is the logic we have to identify here in the reverse pyramid. Initially 1 star. Here initially how many stars? N is equal to 5, total 9. N is equal to 6, total 11. N is equal to 7, total 13. Means 2n minus 1 stars has to be displayed in the first line. Next minus 2, next minus 2, next minus 2, so on. Initially 0 spaces, 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space. So that's why here also we are taking I, j. Here I is pointing to number of stars we have to display, 2n minus 1. J is pointing to number of spaces, initially 0 spaces. The same way loop rotates, I plus j times. But here the if condition changes. If y less than j, print end is equal to means empty space, else print star end is equal to. So this is the opposite, exactly opposite of this pyramid. Okay, this is all about constructing the pyramid up and reverse pyramid. Hope you understand the concept. So you do practice on different problems so that you will have a better understanding of the complete concepts of how to use loops and if statements. At the end of the completion of the Python, we will do some practice exercises that will help you a lot in placement and improve your coding skills. Hope you understand the concept. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.